Does anyone else hate it when people say, "Hey guys, welcome back to my channel"? I hate that, man. Today, I'm giving away a battery monitor for your solar system. Now, I ordered 2. I don't need 2. I can't return it because I didn't look in the box soon enough. So I'm going to send it out free to a subscriber who has commented on this video right here below. After I get 50 more subscribers, I will randomly pick someone who's left an interesting or cool comment, and I'll reach out to you and I'll ship it to you for free. What's the harm? What's the loss? Subscribe, share it, make a comment. Let's get into it. I didn't sleep last night. It's a bit windy. You know why? I'm thinking about putting a fire pole in. My God. I want to put a fire pole in here. Why not? And then you can slide down the pole to get out from upstairs. That'd be cool. I just don't know what I would use. Like a PVC wrapped steel, brass. My God, that would be like so expensive. If you guys have any ideas of what I should use for a fire pole, these be about 15 feet tall and something that I could readily source, yeah, that'd be cool. I could probably use a rope, but anyway, yeah, I don't want to rappel it down every time. I want to have a fire pole you just slide down and screech your hands on. Anyway, so in some of the comments in the videos that have gone on since then, the solar panels have come up as a topic of discussion. Why are they hooked up so that each one individually provides power directly to the charge controller instead of hooking them in series with each other? Well, if I did that, if I looped them through all of them together, if one panel failed, then they would all fail in succession. So you would break the current. It would be like annoying Christmas lights when they would shut off, because they're hooked up individually to the power source and provided power that way. If one fails, the whole system still gets power from the other 3 without having any interruption. So that's why I did that. If I have a higher draw in the future, where I have more demand requiring a faster or higher voltage in charge, I'll do a more complicated in series with parallel 24, or it's actually like a 40-volt system. But I'd have to upgrade some stuff in order to do that. So today we're just going to monitor the output of the batteries. So this one's mine. This is the one we're going to install today, and here's the extra cables. This is a shut-off switch that I'm going to help install to deal with parasitic draw. That's the one you're going to get. It's the same kit. That's the one that'll come to you in the mail, all packaged up, ready to go. So this system right here has live readouts for the solar system. This tells me the battery status. But what it doesn't tell me is what the load status is when the inverter or the 12-volt system is in use. So between the batteries, the inverter and 12-volt system, I am going to put this battery monitor. And this little block here will allow me to get a readout of what the status of the batteries are. It tells you a whole bunch of different things: voltage, current consumed, battery capacity, and current detection. It allows me to actually see what's actually going on when the system is running. So let's put it in. It's going to be very helpful. This control panel is going to go upstairs, and I need to put this in before I finish the upstairs, because the wire is going to go straight to the floor, and it's going to go up on the wall for the monitor itself. I've made a few small changes to the system, which I know you can't really tell, but if you remember from my previous video, I said that the inverter was live at all times. I now have the ability to shut all that power off with the flick of a switch. And that shuts off both the 12-volt and the 110-volt all at the same time. That's a bonus. What I've been doing is putting in a shunt. That is this thing right here. That's what you're going to get in this kit. It's going to come with everything you need. So, in a previous video, one of the commenters said that I should move the negative terminal to the opposite side of the pack. They're right, 100% right. But in this case, what I ended up doing was taking this negative terminal and moving it up to the shunt. And now, as per the instructions for the shunt that monitors the battery, I now have the charge negative and the negative for the load, which is the inverter and the 12-volt system, coming off this P negative side. B negative goes to the battery, P negative goes this side. Included in the kit is a wire. I changed it a little bit here. I went with my own setup. I like mine better. I needed more space to run it. And you hook up the positive feed to the positive terminal here into this little connector at the top. And then below that is a serial connector that hooks up to the monitor that you see right here. And it has a backlit feature. So right now you can go in through the instructions of the manual after you have all of your wires hooked up in loop that they wait for the way they need to go. Again, this goes to your battery negative for your primary pack. This goes out to your negative side of your load and your negative side for your charge, which is a solar, which is coming in here. And now everything's being fed through and balanced through the shunt, which is now reading exactly what's going on with the load of the batteries. Unlike the charger, which can't read the output of the load, I can now read that. Right now the screen is flashing because it shows that the actual batteries are charging. Can you see the up arrows? Right now the batteries are at 100%, which I'm pretty sure is what the actual unit will read, say identical reading on the charge controller. So this gives me more information. Now this is down here only temporarily. In my situation, I'm going to be putting this up to the wall, up to the floor, and then on the wall upstairs so I can see exactly what's going on. Now, funny enough, yesterday I was in the garage talking to my father, and we were doing the calculations for how many amps and stuff like that are being drawn off this. This is actually reading the wattage of draw right now, and there's 3.2 watts draw total, even with all of the lights being on inside the barn. Every one of them are on. So, guys, this is a great option for those of you who are worried about managing your characteristics of your charge and your load. It doesn't solve all your problems. It just gives you more information and allow yourself to make a better decision about what battery pack, what loads, and everything comes off it. This is most important. This is the last job I have to do before I go upstairs and start finishing the upstairs, because I'm going to be putting in the 110 lines so that I can have regular electricity and a 12-volt setup upstairs. I want to have access to this information as I'm putting it in to know if I have too much, too little, if my batteries are no good. The entire time I'm collecting data and information, it's really important that I pay attention to that, because if the system isn't going to work, I need to make the correct adjustments and modifications in order to make it so it does. Remember, if you're not subscribed, subscribe. If you are subscribed, leave a comment below, and I will send this battery monitor to you for your solar system, whatever it may be, so that you can get an idea of what your system's acting like. Totally free, anywhere. I will send it international. I will send it in North America. I will send it overseas. If I get 50 more subscribers, which will put me right around the 220 mark, I believe, that's when I'll pick someone at random from the comments list. The worst thing about this whole thing is going through cables. I feel like I'm wasting money, but it's not too bad. And cable length. The whole thing looks like a mess to me, but it works, and it works fine. Cables are your biggest OCD challenge. I want it set out. I'm limited by what I have, and I'm using what I've got, but everything's the appropriate size. It's just the wrong length, and it looks like a jungle gym of a mess. I pity someone who tried to run this without any knowledge of it. This is pretty much a security system in its own. I'm going to show you guys upstairs here where we're going. So we've got supplies up here, right below us here. This door is on top of the roll-up door, and right here, this is where you'll find the monitor's going to go, so that we can tell what's going on downstairs without having to run up and down the stairs to look at the screen. And truth be told, like I said already, the solar charger doesn't capture our usage of the batteries while we're up here using them. The next video, this is gonna look quite a bit different. Wouldn't it be cool just to have a pole that went down there? So you just like, boom, down. Man, I'm disappointed if no one gives me any ideas. Come on.